I learned that in these last 65 days, I love love.
I have had a number of friends who have been who cannot, who find it very difficult to talk about dying. And I think that's one of the things that's been keeping me going, is to try to help some of them with this subject.
You know, I think the challenge of being a physician in this time of our lives is so great, because we at once know as a people that we need to be having much more time to sit and have the difficult conversations. And yet the healthcare system wants doctors to be incredibly bright, quick, assertive about this treatment on this schedule, and those two different desires don't meet very well. And so my calling in many ways is to be a physician who actually makes time for the difficult conversations.
Grief and joy they're the same coin, really. They're the opposite side of the coin, really, because on the one hand, you know, the feelings that you have when you're leaving are very intense, but on the other hand, they're very opening, because they give you that opportunity to really express yourself, your gratitude, and the things that, as I said, you know, you basically can go through your whole life and never say.
We must move into that internal place where we sit with the fears, with the sense of our own humanness and our limitations, and be self-reflective, and there learn and renew our sense of values and who we are and what our gifts are and what we're yearning toward. That's not an easy place.
Science has basically neglected an incoming body of evidence that's been done over the past 30 or 40 years, looking at what I call the non-local manifestations of consciousness, the ability of consciousness to operate outside the brain and body.
It kind of follows logically that if energy cannot be destroyed, then whatever energy that makes me up will continue to exist. And there's, you know, the old stories about how you die and you get buried and you rot, and then a flower grows, and then a horse comes along and eats the flower, and later on takes a dump, and there you are laying on the road. There's actually, you know, an old cowboy poem about that. But that's looking at the part of the energy that remains matter. There is other energy that's involved, and that energy somehow makes up consciousness. I don't pretend to understand consciousness, but I'm sure it exists.
Because I feel like I'm walking on a ship, you know, that's like, you know, sailboats do that whole thing where they keel into the water. And there I am, I'm just like this, you know, trying to balance this very authentic self that is being born and transformed out of this spiritual journey, out of letting go, out of facing the death, out of saying, yes, I'm going to die, out of saying, each moment is everything that there is, and all that I have and all that there is.